everything that Jerome Powell said, but it was obvious that he saw enough sense of urgency to at least communicate, not just to Wall Street, but to the world. And so does this make it more likely, perhaps, that we could see some action from the Federal Reserve?
Yeah, it certainly does in my view, and the futures market is underscoring that too, with 100% certainty of a rate cut, at least in the futures market, in the March meeting, which was really off the table a week or two ago. I don't think anyone had expected any rate cut in March. So I do think that this market move has gotten the Fed's attention. I think that, we keep in mind, while this is I view a technical downdraft, what the Fed is trying to do is prevent this from being a cyclical downdraft, from having the market move somehow migrate into an economic story. Right now, we've sort of kept those two apart, and we'll see if the Fed can hold the line on just the technical correction.
Well, some folks out there are saying the Fed, there's nothing they can do vis-a-vis the actual spread of the virus. And that they have such limited tools to begin with. This kind of thing could be a mistake, actually send the wrong signals to the market, which could actually hurt the market.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Certainly, a company that is not inclined to build a building today may not be more inclined to build a building if their financing rate is a quarter point less, a couple of weeks from now. So, no, I do agree that this isn't necessarily going to move the needle on business decision-making, investing, or anything of that nature. I think what they're addressing is the market itself. I think they're trying to create this Fed put that perhaps will assuage investors to say, look, I've got your back. We're going to do whatever we can to protect those that are, tiptoeing back into the equity market, or those who are just, maybe unsure
right.
but want to hold.
Right.
So I think that step one is get that stock market stabilized, and I think that will go a long way to do that.
Jeff, before I let you go, for me, I think what Jerome Powell's got to be looking at, we know the mandate with respect to inflation and full employment. But he also understands animal spirits, and he understands the importance of Main Street and consumers to remain confident and upbeat. And if people keep looking when they wake up every morning or go to bed at night before they hit the sack, the Dow off another 1,000 points, that's going to erode. It could erode quickly. So maybe he's stepping out of his natural role, but it feels like to me he's actually trying, or would be trying to save Main Street more than Wall Street.
It could very well be. I mean, the problem with, if you're a leader in the administration, you have a balancing act, right? You want to be able to protect the American people. You want to be able to put measures in place to prevent the potential spread of this disease. But on the other hand, you want to make sure economic activity, continues. And so maybe by lowering rates and easy policies, perhaps some QE, who knows, it allows the administration to bridge the gap to protect America and say, look, we don't want people moving around. We don't want people doing this, and the other thing. But we've got monetary policy that'll help us bridge the gap until we can issue an all-clear signal, a few months out.
Jack Ablin, thank you very much.
Thank you.